It's Friday, December 10th, coming up on an all-new View. Lisa Ling's returning to The View to share how her personal heartbreak put her on a mission to shed light on something too many women deal with behind closed doors. Plus, Dennis Leary's telling you how he's using Twitter to get bitter about Lady Gaga, Snooki, Sarah Palin, and a whole lot more. Then, the department store that's become a Christmas classic, Macy's, will have you checking off everyone on your list with gifts that'll make you believe holiday shopping can be a cheerful experience. And going bald isn't just his problem. So the View MD's examining how female hair loss affects 40 million women. Warning signs you may be one of them, and the best ways to deal with it now. All that, hot topics, and more coming up on The View.
Elizabeth, you know, I couldn't help but hear that you were having some trouble taking the hard line when it comes to the little ones.
Yeah, I've totally broken down. I started off with Grace, like making charts and lists and everything was on schedule, and she seemed to abide by all of that. And now Taylor, he decided.
Taylor's your middle
Taylor's my middle guy. He's 3. And we've been talking about getting rid of the binky, the pacifier, for a long time. Right. I know you did this with Jeffrey, and I was a hard-on. Sherry, I remember saying you need to take the binky away. I need to let him just tough it out for 3 days. You got to do it. Well, Taylor decided that he wanted to give away his binky, so he comes out with all. He has like he holds 2. He has one in his mouth when he sleeps. He's like. And so then he comes out with all of them and says, I want to get rid of the binkies. I said, great, we'll go get a toy if you get rid of your binkies. You ready? I'm ready. Okay, chucks them in the garbage. Boom, garbage goes down. Fine, 5 binkies. We're excited. We go to the store. He picks out an Iron Man car. He's all excited. You gave away your binkies. Come home. He's playing with the car. I'm like, oh, this is going so well. Nap time comes. He's across the bed. Kicking, screaming, crying, sad.
What'd you do?
Well, when he started hyperventilating, I went in the garbage and I got the binkies out. And I gave him back. I only gave him back 2.
So, but here's my thing. What's wrong with him having the binky?
Well, I guess,
well, because he was you would normally.
Wait, but I
technically, for teeth and things, they say,
has anybody said,
the dentist has said, yeah, you know, it's time to get rid of the binkies. But, you know, we talk about it. He seemed ready, and he's the one who backed down from the binky throwaway commitment.
You know, it's like stopping smoking. Sometimes you have to do it twice. The next time,
3 times or 4 times.
the next time he'll do it.
But you were much stronger than I was.
Yeah, well, Jeffrey also was 4, and I told Jeffrey that his binkies were going to Isaiah. So he kept going, I want Isaiah, give me my binky back.
Isaiah's my 3rd.
But for me, it took 3 days, and I had to ignore the tears and let him scream it out. It was the hardest thing I ever did.
I don't understand why they can't have this.
You know what they say, Whoopi? It impedes the growth of their teeth.
They've said that since I had a binky.
But that's why I know for me, that's why I let Jeffrey have it so long, because somebody told me from The View, they said, Sherry, and maybe this will help you, they said your child will never accept his PhD with the binky in his mouth. He won't walk down the aisle with the binky in his mouth. So
yeah, I mean,
it's so little to ask.
I needed a binky by the end of his crying. I was ready to...
It's really other people, Elizabeth. It's not you. It's other people that are bothered.
You know what? If he feels that he was ready and he made the decision, that's one thing. And if he decides to take it back, it's okay. And you say, you know, sometimes you can change your mind. You thought you could do it and you couldn't, and that's okay.
Right. That's what I told him.
Yeah, because that's what happened.
Thrown it in the garbage, though.
He threw it out. I did not throw it out. He chucked it.
If you boil it, it's fine. Kiss it up to God. You know?
Works all the time.
You know? But what else happened? Do you remember that? You drop a piece of candy? Kiss it up to God?
Is that what you did?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You never did that?
Oh, that's more holy than the 5-second rule. I like it.
Oh, yeah, no, the 5-second rule. God will clean it. God is like, go ahead, Will. You know. But so you had it, but you also have another issue because he made a decision.
Well, yeah, okay, so there's a little pattern here, I guess, because then he didn't want to go to school. yesterday, so he cried there, and I said, okay, you can come home. So
it's not the issue of the binkies.
I think I'm three. You know, I think I don't know, I'm not strong enough right now.
The tears bother you. The tears bother you.
Yeah, he's my firstborn son, and I'm Italian mama.
Still. You're acting like he's 12 years old. He's only a baby.
No, but I just feel like I'm
sometimes
giving in.
know how we get.
But it
we don't want to come in either.
But it does.
But I was sick when she brought me to kindergarten for about a year. I made up diseases so that I wouldn't have to go to school, and she bought it. My mother bought it.
But that's what I'm saying. Children, again, but kids are really, really smart. So the only thing is when you do give in because of the tears, that automatically lets them know the next time I only got to wait it out. Yeah. I could just outlast her with the crying.
Yeah, I felt him smiling on my shoulder as I carried him out of the school. I could feel his cheek smiling.
But you know, I mean, look, this is a long day for little people.
Yes, it is.
You know, it's a lot of stuff, and you know, when I was a little kid, you know, kindergarten was like a couple of hours.
Yeah.
You know, preschool is like all damn day now. You know, little kids, they're like, I'm tired of playing. Yeah. I just want to scream. Is it okay if I just scream? Because you know, we were allowed to make noise and do some of the things, and we were not asked to learn everything right now. And they have homework, and at 3, it's just so unfair, man. So, you know, every now and then, that's okay. If it starts to happen every day, then you have to sit down and say, now we should talk about what's going on.
I'm going to bring him in to talk to you.
Yeah, because, you know, I'd be a great child psychologist, but parents would hate me. Why? Because I would say, you know what? It's like eating. Little children know what they don't like in their mouth. And adults insist always, taste it. Kids don't want to taste it sometimes. You shouldn't have to do things like that. You should be able to at least have that much say over yourself when you're 4. This doesn't taste good in my mouth. And adults saying, yes, it does, it doesn't change the fact.
If we know that broccoli and those carrots will do something for you, because I didn't eat vegetables when I was little. I hated it, and it's affecting me now. So if you know...
I hated, didn't eat them.
I should have. You didn't eat them, because you don't like them now. You like the chips.
Nothing green,
and everything.
right?
I don't like green stuff. It's wrong.
My dad used to make us drink we had to drink that prune juice, and we would have to sit there until 11 o'clock at night until we drank the prune juice.
On the toilet bowl, you sat.
No,
that's where you sit
at
with
the kitchen table. And when my father wasn't looking, I'd pour a little bit down the sink, a little bit down the sink.
And that's why you irregular today. Oh, good Lord. Freedom! Now listen, former Baywatch star Donna Dorico claims she was... It was, say what?
No.
Was picked out of a huge airport line for a pat-down by a TSA agent who sarcastically said to her she caught his eye, while the other passengers didn't.
And you think, she said that she was with her boyfriend, who looked more like the profile of a terrorist because he had a heavy beard and thick, bushy eyebrows.
Maybe that's more to the point than don't x-ray me because I'm beautiful.
Well, but see, with the body scan, you can see, they blurred it out, but I thought a body scan, you could see, it was just a skeleton.
Like she has a bell.
Like
a pull bell.
I don't know what that is, but you could see what they did blur out. You could see the nipples on the breasts. You could see the area, their little, vaginal area. It's very revealing. So I think she's saying that they pulled out.
How come? Yeah, I was just about to ask. Where do we get that?
Body scans. I don't even know what's going on. But
are you telling me that's not a bell pull right there?
I don't know what's between her legs.
Looks like a bell pull.
Pull it for the prize.
So you pull it and she goes like that.
But the body, now people are kind of so the question is can they pull you out because you look good? Your body scan will show.
They gotta pull you out by the bottom there.
But, I just want
shows if you have a
I have to tell you something. If somebody gets pulled out because somebody's turned on by the body scan, just go by skeleton. Because I think if you get turned on by the body scan, you're going to have the same kind of thing.
What if a guy takes Viagra and then they show that thing?
It will show. Yes, it will. It will show if they have it.
He's a member of the Mile High Club. When we come back, former View co-host Lisa Ling is telling you why she's opening up about a very personal heartbreak. We'll be right back. Lisa Ling was a co-host on The View. She's fearless as a globe-trotting journalist. And as a woman, because she's opening up about something that many, many are afraid to talk about publicly. So please welcome back the fabulous Lisa Ling. So you're here today to talk about something quite personal and something you feel people should be able to have conversations about. Tell us about it.
Yeah, 6 months ago, I had a miscarriage. And yeah, it was so shocking for me as someone who is a very ambitious and in my own head competent person to have had this happen. I just felt like such an incredible failure. And I felt so alone when it happened, and I wasn't ready to tell any of my friends about it. So I started I jumped online and started pouring through blogs. And once I did start talking to friends, I realized that it's so pervasive. I mean, almost every one of my friends has had one at one time or another, but nobody talks about it. I know my friend Juliana Rancic was on the show talking about it, and I really admire her courage because they'd been trying for so long. And I hope that women can get to a place where they can finally talk about it, because it's so great to find comfort in other people's stories and experiences, because it's so common.
Absolutely. I mean, even Barbara has talked about here having several miscarriages before she decided to adopt her daughter, Jackie. And she said that she suffered silently for so long. Do you think that women are really silently suffering still?
I do. But it really is incredible when it becomes part of the dialogue. And as difficult as it is for people to talk about, they need to know that it gives other women comfort, because women are the ones who bear the brunt of the aftermath all the time. And it not only is the woman thinking, what did I do? But people, I think, are thinking, what did you do?
Sure. When you miscarried, how far along were you?
So I was 7 weeks. 7 weeks. Yeah, and there was just no heartbeat at 9.
And how long had you and your husband been trying?
Well, that's the thing. We actually hadn't been trying that long. It happened very fast. And so I was sort of cavalier about it. I don't know that I took it as seriously as I should have, because it happened so fast. But then when I heard the doctor say there's no heartbeat, it was just like, bam, like a knife through the heart, because it was that feeling of complete failure. Like, what did I do to provoke this to happen?
That's an interesting part of what you're saying, because you're so competent and you've been accomplished in so many different areas, and yet this got you as a woman, I guess.
It did. It really did. I mean, I felt like more of a failure than I'd felt in a very long time.
It's a lot of burden to put on yourself.
Women define themselves as whether they can have children or not. I think that's part of the way we were raised, is that that's what you do. At some point you get married, or you don't get married, and you find a guy, you get pregnant, and that makes you a woman.
Are you afraid it'll happen again?
Well, that's the thing. That is my big fear. It's not so much even getting pregnant, it's, well, what if I miscarry again? I mean, I would be devastated. So yeah, I am definitely.
And with all that you've gone through, the emotional pain and trauma, you decided to take this painful experience, turn it around, and create something positive.
Well, my partner and I started a website called secretsocietyofwomen.com. And the reason why we did so is, after this happened, obviously, I wasn't ready to share, but I realized that women hold so much inside of them that they sometimes have never shared with their husbands or their families. Issues pertaining to pregnancy or marriage or sex or relationships. And it's been interesting. We've only been up for a couple of weeks, but one of the most popular topics is women not having sex with their husbands.
That's a big discussion.
Which it is. We laugh about it, but it's shocking how many women have confessed to this.
But who are they having sex with?
The women who are contributing seem to not be having sex at all. But actually, a shocking number of women have said that they have had affairs. There are a lot of people who have confessed about having STDs on the site, and
but
that's
it's a
another
safe place for them to go and sort of
it's an
find
anonymous
community.
site. And the intention of it is to find community in other women. And you can also go there and express a daily wish or gain wisdom. And my hope is that women will contribute and possibly offer some of their wisdom and advice, because if you think you're alone, the chances are you know that there are many other women who've had similar experiences.
It's a great thing that you're doing. I want to also talk about, we remember your sister Laura detained in North Korea with Una Lee. Was it last year?
2009.
2009.
Yep.
How's she doing?
She's doing great. She's doing great. She had a baby 6 months ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, my niece, Lee. That was on Halloween, yeah. She's such a joy. She is always smiling, and I feel like it's because...
What's her name?
Her name is Lee Jefferson Clayton. Lee after me, and Jefferson after William Jefferson Clinton.
I've actually had friends go through a similar experience, too. Did it complicate or make you feel differently about your own experience with miscarriage?
If anything, it made me more resolute in wanting a baby. But by the same token, if for some reason we're unsuccessful, there are so many kids in the world that need homes, so many. And so I've been fortunate enough to have married a man who would be completely okay with adopting.
Angelina can't adopt them all.
It's true. I have a good man in that regard.
That's a great point.
So, look. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for coming and talking to us about this. And for more information, check out our website, and we'll lead you to her website. And we'll be right back with Dennis Leary, who is a website of his own.
Dennis Leary proves how much damage you can do in 140 characters or less on his Twitter account, and he's completed some of his best tweets in this new book, Suck On This Year. Here's why he thinks it's the perfect stocking stuffer. Take a look.
War and Peace, huh? 1,300 pages. And something else? No pictures. Not one picture. 1,300 pages, no pictures. Obama's War, 600 pages. Earth by Jon Stewart. You know how much this book cost? $30. Let me tell you something. This baby right here, it's a comedy pamphlet. It's got pictures and tweets, which are actually little jokes that are gonna make you laugh your ass off. You know how long it's gonna take you to read? 12 minutes. Front to back, 12 minutes.
That's right. Please welcome back Dennis Leary.
I know.
A little kid.
I know.
Your hair.
Would you cut your hair?
I had to cut my hair short. I'm doing Spider-Man.
Oh,
And,
congratulations.
You're talking about the movie.
The movie, yeah.
Not the show on Broadway.
Spider-Man
that's
part.
very controversial.
It's the reboot.
Yes.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're rebooting.
Who do you play on Spider-Man?
I play a very sexy. I'm lying. I'm playing the dad of Spider-Man's girlfriend, who's therefore a father figure to Spider-Man, because you know all these superheroes, none of them have dads.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know, Superman, Batman.
Yeah.
I know, none of them have
Did
dads.
Superman have a father?
He had Marlon Brando for a while. Yeah. I know. Right? And then Marlon Brando kept coming back. You know, yeah, he did like one day of shooting for $1 million. Remember that back in the day?
They
It was
used
a lot
him
of
in
money.
everyone's.
Yeah, right. So my character is the father figure in this movie, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the
It's in
book.
3D, by the way. I'm warning you. Just knows in 3D. Just be prepared. Bring some cushions.
So this book is filled with tweets, which I was interested to hear that you do tweet a lot, because I didn't think of you as the tweeting type.
I'm not a tweeting type.
But that you do tweet here.
You know,
What's your Twitter name?
At Dennis Leary. Boring.
Dennis Leary.
My wife was tweeting.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know, I'm the kind of guy who wake up in the morning, you know, I know you're the same. We have comedians' brains. So no matter what you're doing, you wake up, you see something in the news, or you watch a show, and somebody says something, and you say something funny out of the side of your mouth, right?
Yeah.
So I do it anyway. So my
Snotty.
wife's like, why don't you just tweet the stuff that you're saying? Because I'm saying it anyways.
Right.
So I started doing it. Then after I had accumulated a few of them, I thought, hey, maybe I could make some money for charity off of this, because I already said them and wrote them.
into my phone.
Oh, so this is your...
Yeah, my percentage
proceeds.
of the profits goes to my charity. So I thought, it's the easiest book I could think of. I'll get a bunch of funny pictures of the people I'm tweeting about.
Yeah.
And, I mean, look at this book. This couldn't be easier to read.
That is so
I'm telling you. If you're dad or somebody who likes to laugh, give them this book Christmas morning. They can go to the bathroom and read this book while they're in the bathroom.
And be done
I'm
with
not
it.
kidding.
This one says, the Pope is against gay marriage. This coming from a grown man who goes to work dressed like Lady Gaga.
I know, this is the stuff I said.
I like this one for Sarah Palin.
Oh.
Excellent argument for separation of church and brain.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one.
Have you seen her reality?
By the way, I just want to say I could have
Yeah.
done an entire book of funny tweets about Sarah
Of
Palin.
course, yeah.
But the publishers peeled me back. That'll be a separate book someday.
Let me give you
I
one.
gotta thank that woman as a comedian. I mean, I just...
She is a gift.
she's
She's
a gift.
a
Her and
gift.
Glenn-
Keeps on giving.
between her and Glenn Beck,
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yes.
I get about 20 minutes of material
I know,
every
it's
morning.
true.
It's unbelievable.
No, you got this tweet that I really like. Salmonella fear leads to recall of 380 million eggs. I'm praying that Snookies are included. Now, that's so funny. I gotta say, this is hysterical, Dennis, because the Jersey Shore, they're on Barbara's 10 most fascinating people list. I'm assuming you are not a fan of the Jersey Shore, folks.
No, I find it very entertaining, and it's almost like a geological study. Because I don't know a lot of people like this. I mean, I know a few Italian guys that are rough and tumble, but this is pretty amazing.
This is different.
I've only seen probably 3 episodes, and I got to tell you, the 3 times I've keyed into it.
Right.
I mean, people getting punched in the face.
Can I just
and
say
people...
they're not all really Italian? I just want to say that
What
for the
is Chilean?
48th time.
Okay, all right. What are they? What are the other ones?
What's her name? Snooki is Chilean.
She's
Chilean.
Chilean.
Is she a minor?
No, she's not. She's
Actually,
overage.
she could
Well,
be.
whatever. I don't know if I'd pick them for the 10 most fascinating people, but you know.
She did.
There's been fascinating some people. You also, I gotta say, you do take some shots on both sides of the political aisle. Here's one tweet that I thought was funny. Woman hits on Obama in Buffalo, New York wing joint. President does the right thing, gives her Clinton's number.
That's a good one.
Well, I like.
Pretty fair game.
Yes, and it's as it should be. Do you ever get concerned that people are going to take it the wrong way?
Oh, yeah, people take it the wrong way all the
Cares,
time.
right?
You know that.
We're comics, you know. You get in trouble.
but you have to take it as...
I gotta ask him, right?
Yeah, you have
Because
to
it's the
take
one
it-
question I got.
Yeah, because you know how it is.
Yeah, read this one. Read this
Well,
one.
you know how that is.
That's a good one. Read it.
Paris Hilton on coke charge. It wasn't my purse. Yeah, right. And the video, it wasn't her vagina.
No, wait, here's one. I like this one. Let me do this one. That's
We
funny.
got a round of applause.
Vaginas are funny.
Vaginas
Yeah,
are
always,
funny.
here's one. Lady Gaga said she's celibate right now. No blanking. Hard to have sex with someone who's wearing a plastic house.
Yeah. I've often, and I gotta say something. I like Lady Gaga. I think she has a fantastic voice. I think she's a great performer. But sometimes, as a man, when you look at it, and I know other guys, we do the same thing. You look at it and you go, she's kind of an attractive girl. But you look at some of the outfits and you go like, how do you even start to take that off? Like if you were lucky enough as a single guy to get a date and you get her back to the hotel and you're like, should I get a hammer? Do I get a crook? Is this the hat? What part? It's unbelievable. She's got buckles and nails and
Steak all over.
yeah, and
I said, just put it next to the heater. It'll all melt.
It'll all melt. You wait 20 minutes. All right, you ready? Let's go.
So that's it, Sherry, huh?
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at all the tweets. Dennis, thank you for coming. 12 minutes to read this.
Was that the end of the interview?
That is the end of the
Well, we hit a brick wall there, man. We were flying along. Big round of applause on
Members of the
Vagina.
audience are
And
taking
then...
home a copy of Dennis's new book. We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Macy's is one of America's most beloved department stores and your holiday headquarters for everyone on your list this season. And here to show you the greatest gifts you can put under the tree this year, please welcome from Macy's, Martine Reardon. Welcome back.
Hi, hello, how are you? Nice to see you.
Today's So it's Macy's National Believe Day, correct? Can you
Yes,
explain
it
that?
is. Yes, it's a campaign that we started 3 years ago, and it's to help raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So for every letter that somebody brings in, children of all ages brings into Macy's, drops that off, Macy's donates $1 for every letter up to $1 million. So really important campaign for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Great one to get kids involved with, too. I love that concept. And you brought some ideas, too, for gifts for everyone on the list. And I love all the different departments. This right here is called the gift shop, correct?
Yes, brand new department this year at Macy's. It is the best gift destination within the store, curated from gifts all around the world that are exclusive to Macy's, and it's a one-stop gift destination. So here, one of the fun gifts that we've got are these great colored boots. So rain boots, it is probably one of the best gifts that you can give somebody this year.
That's fun.
And then for a little bit of nostalgia, we've got these great Ridley's games, which are game sets that have cards in it, and marbles, and chess, and just a fun thing to do at home.
Nice.
And for the real tech fan out there, these brightly colored keypads that sort of just go with you wherever you want. You put them on your laptop, and it's a really fun way
That
to...
is excellent.
And a great stocking stuffer, which is our manicure set. So in fun, bright colors, just stick it in your stocking, ready to go.
And this next section that you have is called From Our Stars, correct?
These are gifts from our stars. We've got a distinctive group of designers who put together this great gift collection, again, exclusive to Macy's. And the first thing here is a great idea. Elizabeth, you and I were talking about it. It's from Ralph Lauren, and it's the traditional tartan plaid, and it's a set of 4 dessert plates. Great hostess gift, great to put on your table.
You know,
really dresses it up.
Perfect for the
It's
season.
wonderful, but you guys have to get a new designer for next year. This girl should be designing for you
one
guys.
day.
as well.
Maybe
One
we'll
day,
talk.
maybe.
We'll talk.
We'll talk. Thank you.
Another great idea is from Tommy Hilfiger, who is exclusive to us, who has designed these wonderful 4 ornaments that come in a special gift box, all for $29.50. So another great hostess gift. Put it on your own tree.
Great idea to come
Just
with an
terrific.
Balls for $29.50.
Yes. And from Rachel Roy, who's one of our exclusive designers, who designs this great jewelry, cocktail rings of all sorts. So, you know, dress up. It's all about being glamorous this holiday season, so that'll dress up any outfit that you've got. And then again, to keep our tech theme going, from Calvin Klein, like only Calvin Klein can do for us in a very glitzy sort of holiday way, a smartphone case and an e-reader case, which is a very important holiday gift this season.
Adorable. Now, this, I thought that was glamorous, but this is actually the Be Glamorous section right here.
So, for all you fashion mavens out in the audience, and for all of us here, what you want to look for the holiday season is glamorous. And so we've got a great example of what being glamorous is all about. So here, this fabulous lame dress from BCBG Max Azria.
Fun,
and if you
sparkle.
look at those fabulous pumps from Ink International Concepts, a great addition and accessory to the dress.
Those are
And
fun.
to top that off, the perfect clutch to go out for the evening, not too small, not too big, fits your lipstick, your credit cards, everything, your smartphone, everything that you need. And then to really finish the look, it's a great collection of jewelry from Jessica Simpson. So a neck, earrings, bracelets, all pulls the complete look together.
Great work. We like her things,
Yes.
too.
Yes.
And now, it's chilly outside, so obviously we have this fun Be Warm section, right? Be Warm gifts.
From this side.
Yeah. So being warm, and we know that the cold weather is definitely coming in. So from the North Face, this great Be Warm jacket.
That's warm.
Matched with a great hat and muffler, so you want that complete look. You want to stay really warm. And for those homebodies who want to just sit on the sofa, a great Martha Stewart throw. So it keeps you nice and cozy and warm.
Nice.
And from our own club room, our great merino sweater in a range of colors for that very special man in your life. And again, the fashion part of our business, to really go after fashion fur, which is really a fun new trend this season. Our bare paw boots with, you know, little polka dots and all that fresh fun, all new stuff.
Love it.
Waterproof?
Waterproof.
Excellent.
Sure.
Fun and warm. We love
with
that.
With those rain boots.
Exactly. And next is Be Santa section, which I think is fun, because these are really outstanding gifts,
So
right?
we all
Special,
have a
special.
Santa list, and we have folks on that list from all different, you know, family and friends and work folks. And so this is a great concept of just putting together a few of our fashionable gifts. So here we've got all of our gift sets for beauty, and so that you can smell wonderful for the holidays. So from Chanel and Lancôme and Ralph Lauren, that same tartan plaid. And from Origins. And the next thing that we have is e-readers. So again, we're keeping that very tech theme going throughout all our gifts. So an e-reader, perfect gift to give for anybody. And so for those car fanatics in you, those older men who want to be little boys, the great radio control car.
It's a great gift.
And from Michael Kors to stay in the sequin and the Be Glamorous theme, a hat and glove set. So great gift ideas from Macy's.
Martine, before we go, tell us again about National Believe Day.
So National Believe Day is one day that we have established for everybody across the country to celebrate and really look for generosity in everybody. And it's about creating wishes all simultaneously at the same time across every single store. And for that day, we donate $2 for every letter. So we double the donation that we receive that day.
Double the donation.
Yes.
I love it. Thank you so much. Our thanks to Martine Reardon. For more information on any of these great gifts, just log on to our website. And members of our studio audience are going home with a Donatella bracelet set and a $100 gift card from Macy's. We'll be right back.
You may think balding is a guy problem, but female hair loss affects a staggering 40 million women, some as early as age 35. So right now, we are finding out everything about the problem called the dirty little secret of dermatology. Please welcome Dr. Doris Day.
Thanks for having me.
Wow.
Why is that a dirty little secret?
Well, you know, there are a few things that I see in my practice that are more devastating than female hair loss. I can see the smartest, most confident, most beautiful woman, and as soon as she starts seeing hair falling out, she falls to pieces. And the numbers will surprise you. Up to 50% of women by age 50, and even higher in African Americans, where 2/3 of women by the age of 50, African American women, have significant hair loss. And it starts earlier in women than it does in men. So even in their early 30s, late 20s, women already notice hair loss.
Is it more devastating to women than to men?
You know, men have choices. They may not like losing their hair, but it certainly doesn't affect their ability to get a job, to get married, to have kids. But women start losing hair, and they don't want to go out. They don't socialize.
Does it affect us the same as far as the hair loss?
Men and women do have different patterns of hair loss. So men will notice a temporal recession, and they'll see the hairline receding and then loss in the crown. Women keep the frontal hairline, and then they lose in the crown. Some have it more focally. Some can lose it very diffusely over the whole crown. But there are different types of hair loss in women. So there's one called telogen effluvium. Now, this is not a true hair loss. It's really a hair shedding, where 3 or so months after a stress, the hair goes into a different cycle. And so you may lose up to 40% of your hair. So this is after childbirth or chemo or marriage or divorce or some major stress in your life. But that hair does grow back. The next type is something called alopecia areata. These are round patches of hair loss. It's an autoimmune condition, and we now have a genetic understanding behind this, so we might be able to find treatments for it. And but this should be diagnosed by your dermatologist. Another type of hair loss is called androgenetic alopecia. This is true hair loss, tends to be inherited from either your mother or your father's side, or sometimes both if you're really unlucky. And you see a widening of the part early, and then it kind of goes like the charts that we saw where you lose in the crown area. Then another type that was more common in African American women was traction alopecia, but now with hair extensions and all the different treatments that we do in the hair, it can cause permanent scarring hair loss, and that's really problematic.
Extensions and stuff.
And all the relaxers and different treatments we're doing.
Processing too much.
Yes, processing and pulling, tight ponytails or braids.
But that's temporary, right?
No, over time it becomes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you do it enough, it can be permanent and scarring.
Okay, so you brought some clients here, and you got some solutions for us.
Yes. So first I have Sasheen. Sasheen, you look and has a beautiful head of hair, and she's a beautiful woman. So she was at her hairstylist, and he noticed that there was a patch of hair, and I'll show you, of hair that was missing, and he really thought it was a scar, but she knew enough to come in. And fortunately, she can cover it. Now, we've been working on this for about a few months now, and you can see beautiful hair regrowing. So my expectation is her hair will fully recover. And on the other side, I'll show you quickly.
Well,
she had a patch here. This is the autoimmune condition called alopecia areata. She had a patch here, and it's fully grown back. So she will have good recovery.
You never be able to tell with your hair. It's so beautiful and thick. I would never know that.
And the best treatment for this is a little cortisone injection. So you just rub the area.
Does that hurt?
Not yet. She
has
didn't do
so
it
much
yet.
hair. You feel a little pinch, and you just put a little bit in. And the reason why you have to do the injection is because the follicle is very deep, so you have to go right down to the follicle. And she'll do that once a month, and the hair will regrow. So that's really good news.
Oh, okay, so let's move on to your next patient.
Over here?
Straight over here.
And then we have...
How often does that person have to have those injections?
Once a month until it comes back. And managing your stress is really important in terms of helping.
Stress is really a key
Whatever
factor,
you're prone
isn't
to,
it?
stress is a big factor.
Wow.
Get rid of that man if he's giving you problems.
And Lynn has a lot of public appearances and was really concerned about her hair loss.
Okay.
And she has the androgenetic type, the inherited type, that was getting worse over time. So she came in, and for about a year, we've been doing low-level laser therapy for this. And today I have the Illuma Wave with me, and this is a very nice treatment where it has over 180 diodes. These are low-level lasers that are true laser biostimulation of the follicle. And you sit under it for about 20 minutes at a time, and over 80% of people will have the hair stop falling out, and a significant number will have the hair grow back, thicker, darker, fuller. Her hair had gone gray. She was coloring it lighter, and the new hair is growing in black in her original color.
Does this work on a man?
This works on men as well.
As well as African-American women?
Absolutely. Great results. And I have some
So
before and
when you have
afters
male
for
pattern
you.
baldness, you can use this and it'll grow the hair back?
It depends how far along. The closer you get to having, so it's much easier not to lose the hair than it is to replace it.
Okay.
So sometimes you're doing your friends a favor if you kind of notice a little bit of a pattern, just to sort of have that conversation with them, because there's so much you can do these days.
Now, what does it cost?
It varies in cost depending on how much you're doing, so it goes by time. Typically, it's a few $100s. But you know what I find is that for women who are losing their hair, to not lose your hair, you think about what we spend on coloring.
Right. Now, what about hair transplants?
So hair transplants are another option. We have patients doing home treatments all the time, but for a significant number of women, and the numbers range anywhere from 20 to 70% of women might be good candidates. You know you're a good candidate if you have a significant donor area.
Oh my gosh.
This is showing how you have, you take the follicles from the back, put them in the front. The scalp is numb, you don't feel anything, but that hair will stay and grow for as long as it was determined to, which is years.
That just looks painful.
But it's not painful at all, and it really looks great.
Okay.
So, and then you still have to do the other treatments in order to maintain your hair overall. So it's really important. There's so much to be done.
So it's a commitment, but it's worth it.
We want to keep our hair. It's a big part of who we are.
We validate ourselves by our hair. Yes, I think women would say definitely it's worth it.
I would think that women would be less anxious about it because you can always put a wig on. A
but
toupee on a
everybody
man
doesn't
always
want to
looks
wear.
weird.
Everybody doesn't want to wear a wig.
You know, you go on that blind date, you go home with a wig. It's kind of.
Because believe me, when you get with the guy, you got to take that thing off. It really surprises them. Our thanks to Dr. Day. Her book, Forget the Facelift, is available online and in stores now. For more information, you can check our website. We'll be right back. Hey, girl, you got to pull that off.
I'm still obsessed with that body scan thing. I still think that's like the, you know, have you ever seen The Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, the Quasimodo rope?
Yeah.
I think that's what that was.
Bell pull.
You should be able to leave with like some prints when you go through this thing.
I don't know what the bell is.
Either that or it's a doll.
Yeah.
And she's like on a stick or something.
But everybody's worried about it. It's just nothing. It's a big nothing.
I know, it's kind of crazy. Listen, we're a little crazy, you're a little crazy. Have a great day. Take a little time to enjoy the view.